Scott Johnson is the up back.
And just looking around up and down the stands, Randy, I noticed.
Terry, have I missed something? We hadn't had the national anthem, have we?
We hadn't had the. Now we're fixing to have the national anthem.
Here we go. There you have the national anthem as played by the Marion County High School Marching Band. Jim, check my sound over and make sure we're okay there. Coming through loud and clear. All right.
Randy, I started to say for the national anthem there, I was looking up and down the stands here, and I noticed quite a few Breed folks that I recognize and be associated with Breed coaching staff over here. Maybe taking those tonight.
There's a kick by West Jefferson. Comes down to Hollis at the 15-yard line. Rodney Hollis back up the middle of the field, running hard up to the Red Raider 33-yard line. Call it the 33, an 18-yard return for Rodney Hollis. Red Raiders come out now, 1st and 10. Jamie Birmingham is in at tight end, Terry, so his injury must not have been as serious as we thought it was. Brett Walker, number 7, is at quarterback. Got a 4-4 set coming up, Terry, looks like, out of West Jefferson.
I think you're looking at a 5-3 now, Randy.
5-3. Stanley Lipsy at fullback. There's the give. Big Stanley Lipsy running the football. Look at him go, Terry.
That's a lot of meat to bring down. I hate to meet that big dick coming up a minute.
I tell you, let's give him a gain on the play of 6 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Red Raiders. The football just over their 40-yard line, Terry. Let's call it 7. Closer to 7. Good run there by the big man, Terry. Irvin Lindsay comes out at 1 guard position. Walker calls signals at quarterback. Brett Walker gives off to Lipsy again. Lipsy running hard, Terry. They're having trouble getting him down. He's got his first down, I believe.
I believe he's got his first down, Randy. He done that on effort. He give a spinning motion there and spun out of a tackle and looked like picked up just enough. I think they're going to measure. From here, Randy, we're sitting pretty well dead on the ball, and from here it looks to me like it'll be a first down.
I think it's a first down. Of course, Stanley Lipsy was going to give him 10 yards and 2 carries. That's a 5-yard average, and that's not too shabby for the big man.
Yeah,
that's first down.
That's it.
Of course, Coach Bates told me before tonight, Terry, that Stanley was going to carry the mail. He planned on using him a lot more. Paul Wallace goes into the football game. He has taken out Rodney Hollis. Rusty Ewan out over the football at center. Kevin Rudy's in at that guard position for Irvin Lindsay. Scott Johnson in at fullback now, Terry. Walker calls signals. West Jefferson.
I think they jumped.
I believe they did.
I hope they did. I didn't see us move, but yeah, it's against West Jefferson.
Going to be first down and 5. The football is going to be up at the Raider 49, Terry. Look at the size of that head official out there. He's a big old fella, isn't he?
I'm talking about he's a nice-sized gentleman.
No, he's not the head. He's just...
No, he's back to us. I just don't think I'd want to argue with him.
Steve Sanders comes out of the football game. Jimmy Kavanagh goes in to replace him. Jimmy Wire's number 88. You've got Paul Wallace, Norman Terrell, and Scott Johnson looks like in the backfield. Brett Walker pitches the football. Paul Wallace, bad pitch, I believe, Terry. I don't think that was Paul's fault. Brett pitched the ball behind him.
Pitch was just a little bit in behind him. That's a tough pitch. I can remember when I had to do it. And the problem is with the pitch, he's got so many different backs you've got to get accustomed to.
That's right.
And pitching in different speed and different personnel, and the quarterback has to make adjustments. Tough pitch. I'm sure they'll get it down.
Steve Sanders back in the ball game. Walker calls signal, 2nd and 11. There's a throw to Sanders. Steve Sanders with a football. He's going to have a first down, I believe, Terry, inside West Jefferson territory at about the 43.
That was a good pass, Randy. The ball was right where it needed to be.
Here I am. Attempts, completions, yards. Let's see.
Randy's trying to keep up his stats.
Ain't no way I can keep up with this, man. I tell you what. All right, there's just give the man.
I'm trying to watch.
1 completion, 1 yardage. How much yardage you get out of there?
15.
15 yards. So let's give it 13. It looked closer to 13. Brett Walker runs the football to the left.
There's a pitch.
Pitch to Rodney Hollis.
There he is.
Rodney Hollis down the sideline. He's going to be caught and out of bounds, Terry. Running the football from the West Jefferson 44 down to about
21.
No, it's close to 16-yard line.
I'm looking at the long strides.
28-yard run there for Rodney Hollis.
We're a long way, and we've got a lot of glare up here. Need to get my field glasses out. Look at the cheerleaders.
Rodney Hollis with a 28-yard burst around left end. Good pitch from quarterback Brett Walker then. Stephen Lipsy comes out of the football game. Stanley Lipsy, number 3, goes in. Sanders goes wide to the right. Brett Walker calls signals. Going to throw the football. There's a little flare pass out. Mike Fry got a lot of room in front of him, Terry. Mike Fry caught it dragged down close to the West Jefferson 5.
It's going to be another first down, 1st and goal.
It goes all the way from the 17-yard line of West Jefferson, Terry, down to the 5. 1st and goal. Red Raiders at the West Jefferson 5-yard line.
Blaine Power and Dak Garrison into the ball game. Taking Mike Fry out. Rodney Hollis.
Dak Garrison in at a halfback position. Blaine Power in a halfback position. Got Stanley Lipsy at fullback. There's the give up the middle, Terry. Not much there. Dak Garrison trying to run the football. A good tackle by their number 54.
Randy, is that the first time we've seen Dak carry the ball this year?
I believe so. It's pretty close to it. Pretty close to the first time Dak has touched the football. Give him a gain of the yard on it, Terry. It's just inside the 5-yard line. Irvin Lindsey back out. Kevin Rudy back in at one of the guard positions. 2nd down, 4 to go. The football on the West Jefferson 4-yard line. Walker calls signals. Walker stands up, throws, intended for Sanders, intercepted.
He's running it out, Randy. Come, we missed him.
Got a clip on the play, I believe, something behind the play. They smell that out, Terry. They looked for that right there, and they intercepted that football. That was good coaching on their part.
Well,
penalty marker on the play, Terry. Let's see what the penalty is going to be.
I think it's going to be clipping against them, Randy. It was that was sort of the youngsters' inexperience, I think, in bringing the ball out of the end zone. He could have downed it and had the ball out at 20. Of course, he may have thought he could have broke it for a long gainer. A lot of times you can coming out of the end zone like that. It was a good pass. The pass was thrown hard, and it was on target. He just stepped through a receiver, which was Blaine Byron, and made the interception.
A good defensive play there by West Jefferson. They're going to have the football just outside the goal line, Terry. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for them. Red Raiders on defense for the first time tonight. We got 7:54 to go in the first quarter. No score in the football game.
What kind of penalty could they get to bring the ball back?
It must have been clipping in the end zone, Terry. It's the only thing I can figure out. West Jefferson now. Is it a fumble? No. Brought him down there.
Thank you.
68, David Benton on the tackle.
quarterback kept it, or, well, that was all designed.
Gained it 1 yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 to go for West Jefferson at about the Raider 2.
That hurts a little bit, Randy, to drive the ball down, get it right on the goal line, and then...
Timeout call now by West Jefferson. 7:29 to go in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Which is a big turnover for them, Terry. It's bound to give them a lot of confidence for at least for the rest of the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. The defense really needs to buckle down and not get them out in the hole, unless they've got an exceptional punter. We could get the ball in real good field position again.
They're doing a lot of switching and swapping, Terry. They're not really big ball players, you already mentioned that, but they're doing quite a bit of substituting. Trying to keep people fresh in there, I believe.
Probably every man they got, though, can play.
Yes, so. Much the situation it was down at Soldier last week, Terry. We had more ball players than they had, but their 11 that they put on the field could play. They could play with just about anybody. I tell you what, if I was our little defensive ends, I'd wake up seeing that tight end, number 88, in my sleep.
That big dude come around and clean some plows a couple of times.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. When play resumes, we'll have 2nd down and 9 for West Jefferson. The football at their own 2-yard line. Rusty Ewan in at a defensive end, Terry. Birmingham's not in on defense. The other defensive end is Kevin Rudy.
There they come.
And Stanley Lipsy on top of the pile, Terry. Let's see who gets off the bottom there. Several Raiders involved in the tackle. I see Sanders getting up out of there. And let's see, I believe it was Stanley and Sanders. So we'll call Stanley Lipsy and Steve Sanders on the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down, Terry, and about 7 yards to go. The football just inside the West Jefferson 5.
I sure don't look from the throw it, but sure as heck they'll throw it.
Yeah. Look at how tight they are. They just want to root you out there, it appears to be.
Well, they're down close in the end zone. There's a little reverse. Good defensive. Oh, he ball.
Get on the ball, youngins. Is it West Jefferson's ball or is it Raiders' ball, Terry?
If it's West Jefferson, it'll be a 1st down. No,
yep.
It's our ball.
Raiders football. Let's see who comes up with it, Terry.
Dak had it in between his legs. It looked like he wrestled around and brought it up.
Dak Garrison comes up with a fumble. Looked like Todd Fields was laying on top of his legs, so we'll give them both some credit on the play. Raiders.
Dak pinned it in between his legs. Pick it up.
Raiders now, 1st and 10. The football sits on the 11-yard line of West Jefferson. They can get a 1st down, Terry, without scoring, closer to the 12. Mike Fry, Rodney Hollis, Scott Johnson in the backfield. Brett Walker calls signals at quarterback. Walker running the option to the right. There's a pitch to Fry. Fry trying to get outside, Terry. He's got good yardage on the play.
Good block by Rodney Hollis out in front of him.
Rodney Hollis doing some fine blocking. Mike Fry doing some great running inside the West Jefferson 5-yard line. Close to the 3, I believe, Terry. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Red Raiders. They can get a 1st down at about the 2, so they're about a yard short. Darren Lee comes out of the football game at 1 guard position. Irvin Lindsay and Benton now playing guards. There's a give. Rodney Hollis off the left side. Terry, touchdown.
He ran hard, Randy.
He sure did. He carried a load with him into the end zone. Rodney Hollis, number 13, scores the first Raider touchdown of the night with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Raiders lead 6-0. Terry, just wonder if we're kind of lining up in that old funny, they used to line up way off and then come up there. We might see some kind of trick play. Now, looks like they're going to go back and get into a regular kicking formation. I'm going to forget these stats, Terry. I can't keep up with them anyway. Fumbled it.
Steve it.
Throw it, Steve. Once again, our kicking game lets us down. Raiders lead 6-0 over the West Jefferson Tigers.
Now we're just a little bit high.
Just a little bit high. It's the 3rd football game of the year, though, Terry. Those are the things that have got to be straightening out by now. I mean,
now we're just a little high. Brent had to reach across to try catching it and didn't handle the ball.
What do we got here? We got a penalty on the play. Appears to be some confusion on the field here, Terry. Coach Bates is asking the official about something. I didn't see a flag anywhere, no indication.
This may be the quarter water break.
Could be. I guess that's what it is, probably a water break. 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Raiders with a 6-0 lead. I wonder if Coach Bates has got something up his sleeve here, Terry. Going out talking to his kickoff coverage. We did a lot better, I thought, last week kicking off, Terry.
Yeah, we done a lot better job kicking off and had better coverage. And our punts seemed to be some better. Our extra point, so still lacking just a touch.
Yeah. I'd say looks like me out there trying to kick.
Well, I'm sure they do a lot better job than I could.
Yeah, I'm sure they do too. That'll straighten out. It always does. Kicking off will be number 64. They're in lead. Deep to receive for West Jefferson. They stick back there. Number 31, Virgil Sims, and number 27, Tony Green. Sims and Green deep to receive for West Jefferson. They're in lead. Ties up his toe. You already know what I think about that, so we'll just kick off. Norman Terrell guards the football. There's the kick. It's a good high kick going down to the left side to Sims, Terry. Sims has got a lane, got a lane to the outside. A saving tackle over there by Norman Terrell. They're in lead on it also, Terry. A good return, however, for West Jefferson. And that's one thing, Terry, that when you kick off like that, you get a short kick and they get a halfway decent return, man, they're starting on their own 39-yard line, which is excellent field position.
Randy, it's good to see you kicker get down the field and help us to assist in the tackle.
Red Raiders now on defense. West Jefferson comes out 1st and 10 on their own 39. In the wishbone formation, 2 tight ends, and they are bunched up. I want you to look how close they are.
I thought they were just doing that because they were down on the goal line, but undoubtedly that's... Look at that big Oscar run, Randy.
Look at that big fullback there. Big fullback may be gone, and he's tripped and brought down on a saving tackle by Mike Fry. Raiders 30-yard line, Terry, and we were warned beforehand by the opening people about that big horse.
He come pulling through there like he knew where he was going.
Freddie Pate, number 26, looks like he weighs about 230, Terry. Not the fastest fellow I've ever seen, but he sure ran that football hard.
If it had speed, they'd been 6 up with us.
Inside the Raider 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for West Jefferson. Raiders now got to play some defense on our end of the field. There's the quarterback keeper up the middle, Terry. Looked like a busted play. He just turned up the middle. Justice with the football for West Jefferson.
Looks sort of like a quarterback draw type. He bellied the football into the fullback and just sort of used the fullback as a lead blocker and kept it himself. Picked up about 4 yards.
Give him 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Stephen Lipsy in on the tackle, number 2. West Jefferson in their tight wishbone formation. Justice calls signals at quarterback. There's a give to one of their halfbacks. I believe that's number 21. Or 27. It might be Tony Green, number 27. Wrestled down there. Stephen Lipsy again on the tackle. Mike Fry, Kevin Rudy both come out of the football game. Chris Marshall, number 56, in at the left defensive end. Rusty Ewan, number 50, in at the right defensive end. 3rd down 5 for West Jefferson at the 24. There's a pitch. Pitch 24, number 24 with a football, chased out of bounds by Norman Terrell and Urban Lindsay.
Randy, they were in good position then. If the pitch had been out in front where the back hadn't had to stop, we could have been hurt right there.
4th down and 5, Terry. Good defense by the Raiders on that play. I don't have a 24 on our program, so we'll just call him number 24. West Jefferson is going for it. 4th down and 5 at the Raider 24-yard line. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. In a tight wishbone formation.
They look like they're in motion.
Justice throws a football. Intercepted. Urban Lindsay makes a great interception for the Raiders.
I wish he had batted it down, but being intercepted, that's good too.
At the Raider 11-yard line, Irvin Lindsay comes up with a big interception and turns the football back over to the Raider offense. It'll be 1st and 10 at that point. Scott Johnson goes into the football game at fullback. Rodney Hollis and Mike Fry, your two halfbacks. Brett Walker, your quarterback. Across the front, you've got Benton, Lindsay, Ewan, Lee, and Kevin Pugh. Scott Atkinson lines up at one tight end. Steve Sanders splits to the left. Brett Walker running the option to the left, turns upfield. Brett Walker, boom, man, did he take a lick.
He almost looked like they almost got him by the face mask there just for a second. He made a good decision then, Randy, by deciding to keep the ball and turn it up. Picked up 5 yards. We'll take that every time.
5 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Red Raiders. Kevin Rudy comes into the ball game. They appear to be playing the pitch in pretty decent fashion, Terry, with their defensive scheme, West Jefferson's defensive scheme.
I'm sure they'd rather Brett keep the ball as pitch it out.
Walker calls signals at quarterback, running the option and gives up the middle to the fullback there. We'll pick his number up when he gets up. I believe that was Scott Johnson. Yes, it was Scott Johnson, number 9. Give him a gain on the play of close to 5 yards, Terry. They may have to measure to see if it's a 1st down here. Now, if it's going to be 4 yards on the play, 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders. The football at the 22-yard line. And guess who's coming into the ball game? That ought to be pretty obvious where that football's going. Stephen Lindsay, number 3, replaces Scott Johnson at fullback. Rusty Ewan out over the football at center. Sanders splits to the left. There's a give. There he goes. He gets it, but he gets it on his own, Terry. About 5 of them gang up on him.
They give him a good spot on.
Well, I believe he got it.
I do too. The official, yeah, he gave it to him. The official ran up and spotted his forward progress there, and I thought he marked him a little shy, but he gave him a decent spot on his forward progress, I believe, there. So we got the 1st down anyway. 2:36 count. We need another touchdown.
Paul Wallace goes back into the ball game in a halfback position, taking out Hollis. Mike Fry's out also. We'll pick up the other back in just a moment. Paul Wallace, Scott Johnson, and Norman Terrell in the backfield. Scott Atkinson, number 20, in at tight end. There's a give. Wallace almost drops the football, Terry.
His two-step, he didn't get outside that time, Randy. Good defense.
He was trying to grab a hold of the football, and that slowed him down, Terry. He had a hold of the outside, and if he hadn't dropped the ball a little bit, I believe he could have been gone. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. The football sits at the Raider 23-yard line. We got 1:55 and counting to go in the 1st quarter, and the Raiders up 6-0, Terry. Kind of a ho-hum football game so far, not much excitement. Walker calls signals. There's a give. Look at Scott Johnson. Scott Johnson up the middle.
Catch him.
Oh, look at that. Scott Johnson right up the middle.
I didn't think anybody would catch him at 24, and we don't know who he is. He's number 24 anyway.
What did the referee move that ball back 5 yards for?
I guess that's where his knee went down.
Probably so. West Jefferson, 34-yard line, Terry. A gain on the play. We were at the 24-yard line, I believe, so that's a 26 and a 16. That's a 42-yard run. Not too shabby for that young man.
No, it's not. That 24's got a little speed himself, Rick.
Yeah. Red Raiders now, same backs in the backfield. Wallace, Terrell, and Scott Johnson. Sanders split right. There's a give to Scott Johnson off the left side, running behind the left tackle and left guard. A gain on the play, Terry, of close to 5 yards, and the Raiders get pretty good yardage now at every clip.
Moving the ball.
Mike Fry, Rodney Hollis, and Jonathan May go into football game in the backfield positions. May will be the fullback, the other 2 youngsters at halfback. A pretty good read by Brett Walker on that, Terry, because he opened it up. They stunted a linebacker, and Scott went right where the linebacker a little
good lick.
Good lick there. Kevin Rudy took a pretty good lick. I see him slow getting up off the ground. Mike Fry tried to go back up the middle on a little misdirection, and nothing much there. 3rd down, 5 for the Raiders. The football at the West Jefferson 27. Irvin Lindsay goes into the football game. He's going to take Kevin Rudy out. Approaching the end of the 1st quarter. Sanders splits left. calls his signals. Going to pass, throws it up. Sanders is there, Terry. Touchdown.
Good pass. Good catch by Steve Sanders. Sort of had to turn around, Randy, to make the catch. Good pass, good catch. Touchdown, that's what we needed in the first quarter with 4 seconds left.
4 seconds left, and the Raiders go up 12-0.
I hope he kicks it.
I hope he does, too. We need
to practice.
I don't mean to be laughing. It's not funny, Terry, but...
Well, I understand that Coach Jones doesn't care for my comments on his kicking game. but I can't help it. I still think he needs practice. But we're going for 2.
Going for 2. Sanders split to the left. Raiders in the wishbone formation. Walker calls his signals. Flag on the play. Probably too much time. Our fullback had it. That was what's bad about it. We had the extra point there, Terry. Had the 2 points in hand.
Frank, we're going to back up 5.
4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hoyt, you better not sit on that rail. You fall off of there. Hoyt Bentley up here sitting on the rail.
He's checking his construction work out here. It's pretty shaky there, Hoyt.
Yeah. Now listen, as many nails as this monstrosity's got in it, there ain't no way it's going to fall.
I hope it don't.
5 yards against the Red Raiders. Illegal motion. Paul Wallace and Norman Terrell are going to go into football game, Terry. They're going to take out Fry and Rodney Hollis. Red Raiders will attempt the 2-point conversion again. That was a pretty pass by the quarterback, Terry, but it was an even prettier catch by Steve Sanders as he turned all the way around to catch the football. Sanders splits right. Brett Walker pitches to Wallace. Wallace going to throw the football. Sanders, yes.
It was wide open. Good pass, good catch again. Steve sort of having to make a catch out of it. It was a pretty good pass, but a little bit in behind him. Steve making the catch.
Paul Wallace on the halfback option. Throws the pass completed to Steve Sanders for the 2-point conversion. Raiders up 14-0.
Oh, it feels good.
Yeah, it does. Let's not kick too far back. This ball game's a long way from over. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're in lead. Number 64 will be kicking the football off. West Jefferson will be receiving on the south end of the field again. Tying that toe up.
He fixed to kick the phone out of that dude.
I hope he does. Norman Terrell guards the football, number 4. There's the whistle and the kick. A good kick down to the middle of the field, Terry. Picked up by West Jefferson's number 27. To the outside, they've got a little bit of a lane over there. It closes quickly.
Urban Lindsay on tackle over there.
Urban Lindsay and Rodney Hollis make the tackle. That was number 27, Tony Green for West Jefferson. Back up to the 35-yard line. Good field position again. That's the end of the first quarter. Red Raiders 14, West Jefferson 0. On a perfect night for football. That sounds like Parrish, doesn't it, Terry?
Yeah, I was sort of saying, what's going on here? Got the sirens going.
Hoyt put that in. He wanted it to sound like a siren, so he put it in. James Terrell out with a water, Terry. James wears jersey number 71 and does a pretty doggone good job as a manager.
Coach Jones going to go out and talk with him during the quarter break.
He seems to be real concerned, doesn't he, Terry? I like the way he moves out there. He's in a hurry.
I'm not going to get in.
You're not going to get in on that, are you?
I'm not going to wait off in that.
Let's see if I can get the camera down here where the huddle is there, man. Coach Don Jones talking to his defensive charges.
Our cameraman's on strike.
We're going to get us a real cameraman one of these years anyway. Yeah, he said when we get a commentator. When play resumes in the second quarter, West Jefferson have the football on their own 34-yard line, first down and 10. We may get a change, Terry, if the football game keeps going the way it's going right now to see a lot of our younger kids tonight. Hopefully it will. You can't ever tell, though.
It's a long water break.
Sure is.
This is a quarter break and water break, too.
West Jefferson, first down and 10. I want you to look at the size of that fullback. That's a good size youngin right there, Dan.
Look how tight they are.
Foot to foot.
Reverse.
Reverse. Inside hand up. Look at that, Terry. Big number 82 for West Jefferson.
Yo. I thought we were going to get a little piling on.
We like to got one. We could very easily have had one right there. Jamie Jackson, number 82, Terry. He's played tight end on the other side. Just kind of run a little reverse there across the field, and our defensive end was gone the other way.
Rusty got sort of blocked a little bit, and he turned around and run in one of his own men.
West Jefferson now first down and 10 at the Raider 34-yard line. Both possessions, well, at least the last two possessions, they busted a big play on each one of them. There's that big dude again. That big fullback, Terry. Look at him run right up the middle. They're whipping us up the middle right now.
Big dude was moving pretty pure.
He sure was. He goes all the way down from the Raider 34 down to the 22-yard line. If we don't stop this mess, they're going to be in the end zone here in just a second.
You have a weight on that rascal?
I heard he weighed, Coach Collins told Coach Bates he weighed about 230.
I believe it.
Of course, he's liable to wear down before the ball game's over. Hope he does. We're not wearing him down right now, that's for sure.
And let him run from one end to the other.
There's a little fake to the fullback there, and Justice, number 3, keeps the football for West Jefferson. Give him a gain on the play, Terry, of close to 4 yards. Going to bring up second down and 6. The football inside the Raider 20 at the 18.
I first thought that was busted plays. That's a design play to belly that fullback in there and
turn and go the other way.
Turn and go the other way.
Of course, as we mentioned, we ain't seen these people before, and I don't think they even had a film on them, Terry, so they've probably seen some things they've never seen before. There's the quarterback. Is that there's that tight end?
Same reverse.
Same play. Terry, and I tell you, they just run over people and left people in their way, Terry, and when he runs over Dak Garrison, he's a pretty tough youngster.
Tight end's not no little bitty boy.
Jamie Jackson, number 82, running the football for West Jefferson. Timeout called by the Raiders. First down, West Jefferson at the 7-yard line, first and goal. I tell you, Terry, there's 3 plays, bang, 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 and they're down to the 7-yard line. This ball game's a long way from being over.
They moved the ball down the field in a hurry, running the football.
Something that we should be suited to stopping is a running game. Well, it sure is relaxing up here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. After fishing all day.
Did you fish all day today?
All day.
Did you catch anything?
A bunch of them. All of them little bitty.
That's about the way my luck is. When I go fishing, all the big ones run and hide. West Jefferson now, first down and goal at the Raiders' 7-yard line. 10:22 to go in the second quarter. Raiders up 14-0, and West Jefferson definitely threatening right here. And I would bet that big fullback's going to carry the mail right here. Yep, there he goes. Still struggling. A whole bunch of Raiders a hold of him. Kevin Pugh down on the bottom of the pile. Steve Sanders, Irvin Lindsay, Kevin Rudy. A whole bunch of folks down there carry after him. Inside the 5-yard line, just inside between the 5 and the 4, so let's call it second down and goal from the 4-yard line.
He's hard to bring down, Randy. Look like their linemen are more or less just standing up. He's running in the back, and
he's pushing the whole pile.
And just pushing the whole pile.
West Jefferson.
There's a little reverse that 24, and he's
touchdown West Jefferson.
They've scored. That's the first time they scored this year, where we hear it.
They're running some stuff right there that we just haven't seen, and of course they're blocking us now. Don't get me wrong, they're blocking us, doing a good job of it. West Jefferson scores. 9:44 to go in the second quarter. 14-6. The Raiders still lead. I don't know whether they're going to kick or go for 2. Terry appears they're going to go for 2 right here. Yes, they line up in the tight wishbone formation on the goal line. Running the option to the right side. Justice with a football. He's in.
Standing up.
Standing up. Quarterback Justice scores and makes it 14-8, and suddenly it becomes a very uncomfortable ball game.
I was wanting to kick back and enjoy this one. Looked like we're going to have to fight this one, too.
Out to play. Looks to beats all I've ever seen. We're going to have to actually do some work here. West Jefferson will kick the football off. The Raiders will receive on the south end. They still lead in the football game 14-8. West Jefferson just completed a lengthy drive. Several trick plays, or close to trick plays, or misdirection plays. They got them in the end zone. Paul Wallace deep to receive, number 34. Norman Terrell is to his left. Scott Johnson, number 9, directly in front. Rodney Hollis, number 13, to the right side. Kicking for West Jefferson. Their number 22, I don't have him marked down here, so we'll call him number 22. Short kick, Terry, is going to be taken by the up-back, Scott Johnson. Norman Terrell?
Norman Terrell, I think.
No, it was Scott. Scott Johnson up to about the 39-yard line, Terry.
Yep, it was Scott.
Going to be first down and 10 Raiders. The Raiders need to move the football and score right here, Terry, and reestablish some momentum that we lost on that last defensive series. Brett Walker back out at quarterback. Sanders, number 5, sprints off the field. Todd Seals, no, number 27 in his place. There's a pitch to Mike Fry. Mike Fry coming on the right side. Mike Fry running hard. Rodney Hollis with a good sustained block there, Terry, enabled Fry to get 10 yards, 11 yards, and a first down.
Scott Atkins out there making a good block.
Number 27 for the Raiders that came into the ball game over there in Sanders' place was Phillip Waits. Phillip is a junior, Terry. He's a big one. He stands 5'9" and 120. Jonathan May in the football game at fullback now for the Raiders. Mike Fry and Rodney Hollis remain the halfbacks. Phillip Waits splits left. Walker pitches to the left side. Rodney Hollis with a football tackled in the backfield, or at least for no gain. Called it a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 11. The football sits squarely on the 50. Number 5, Sanders, comes back in.
That pitch to the left is just not down pat just yet, Randy.
Hollis comes out. Paul Wallace, Norman Terrell go in. Fry comes out also. Sanders is going to split to the left side. Jefferson sits in a 5-3. Brett Walker right up the middle trying to take what they'll give you. Got stuck for it, Terry. They really popped it.
He paid for that. He picked up close to 5 yards.
Third down now and 6 yards for the Raiders. The football in West Jefferson territory at the 46.
I think that play would work just a little bit better, being a... He'd just take a step back and then
go. Let them pursue to the outside, maybe. Blaine Pyron, number 25, comes into the ball game. He's going to take Steve Sanders out. Scott Atkinson goes to the left at tight end. Walker calls signals.
We're going to throw it to Blaine.
Nope. Walker trying to pitch the football. Bad pitch. West Jefferson had a hold of him. Paul Wallace makes a saving tackle. That was a bad decision there by quarterback Brett Walker. Wrapped up in the backfield there, Terry, and Brett ought to just took the loss. Tried to pitch the football, and it went behind Wallace, and Paul Wallace alertly made a touchdown-saving tackle.
It's good defense on their part, Randy. They come across the line and put pressure on Brett. Made a bad decision and tried to pitch the ball. They get it with good field position.
West Jefferson now. There's a give. Look at that fullback right up that middle, Terry. We're getting absolutely torn up that middle. What should be the strongest part of our football team.
Now my big rascal is running the football.
He sure is, and they're blocking us all over that field right up that middle. Second down now, and about 3 for West Jefferson.
That big fullback, Randy, is getting winded a little bit.
About time he got winded. Doggone. 7:05 and counting to go in the second quarter. West Jefferson's going to have to take a timeout right here. I tell you, people from West Jefferson down there filming said they had 17 sophomores. If all of these are sophomores, I'd hate to see them in 2 more years.
I hope that big fullback ain't no sophomore.
I know it.
Him not tight end.
They're doing a good job just whipping the interior of our defense right now. Running that big fullback right up the gut.
Big fullback surprises you and hitting the seam or hitting the crack there. Like they pretty well got it boxed up, and the big rascal just inches through there somehow and picks up 5 or 6 yards.
Pretty obvious. You got to get that young'un around the ankles to get him down too. You can't hit him up high and expect to get him down. Coach Don Jones talking to his defensive players. The football sits at the Raider 35-yard line. West Jefferson now 2nd down and 3. A little bit different defensive look right now. There's a give off the left side, Terry. Good defense there. Kevin Rudy in on the tackle. Mike Fry there. Blaine Pyron and Irvin Lindsay all in on that tackle.
About 31, Randy. We need to buckle or tighten our defense down a little bit tighter right here. We don't need to give them this first down.
Here comes your ball carrier back in the ball game as that big fullback trots right back in.
I bet you he gets a football.
Or maybe they'll run that fake and that quarterback take off the way he did a while ago. They appear to be a very basic football team. Quarterback sneak.
And
I believe he got it, Terry. Yeah, he got the first down. Tigers at the Red Raider 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
We're going to have to buckle up, play a little defense here.
Not looking very good defensively right now.
This is 4-down territory for them, you know.
They sure are not planning on passing the football, doesn't appear. There's a give. That fullback again, Terry. About 10 of them got a hold of him that time, but not before he got about 4 yards. They just tying us up, and he's getting right through that hole. 2nd down and 6 now for West Jefferson. The football inside the Raider 30 at about the 27.
He get a first down every time, Randy, if you give him 3 and 4 yards every time.
Stanley Litzy comes out of the football game. Jonathan May in at a nose guard position. Big old Jonathan. Look, busted play. Look at that.
I don't know where it was busted. I think that's the design play with him, Randy.
Well, it appeared he was going to hand to the fullback. The fullback went to the wrong side, and he just went up through the hole, and the fullback pushed him the whole way. Give him 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. The football inside the 25 at about the 23.
They're going to 4-yard us to death.
Water break, 4:57 to go in the 2nd quarter. Red Raiders up 14-8. West Jefferson with a football right now, Terry, just absolutely having their way with us. I was a little bit afraid of this. I think we may have took them too lightly.
I know I did.
I did too.
We scored 14 points. It looked like we had things under control. They come back and show us that they can't play football.
They may be earning their supper. I heard they're going up to the log cabin to eat after the ball game's over. Ribeye steaks at $6 per, so I guess they're playing for suppers, what they're doing. That old orange cushion under that thing. Mess with me and I'll start telling Auburn jokes. Third down 2 now, Terry. An important play for the Raiders defensively. We need to hold them right here and keep them from getting any further down the field.
They've got 2 downs to get 2 yards. That's what it amounts to, though, Randy.
We got all our beef in on defense right here. Surely we can hold them.
Big Oscar's hard to hold.
There's a good defensive play. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
They held a big fullback up, and they gave off to that. Was it that end again?
Yeah,
they tried that same thing, and it didn't work that time. A loss on the play of 2 yards is going to bring up 4th down and 4, Terry.
big defensive play for us there, Randy. I don't know who was primary tackler.
I believe Kevin Rudy was in on that play along with Fry and Irvin Lindsay. 4th down and 4. We need to hold them right here. Running the option to the right side. There's a pitch. Drop the football. Pick up the football, youngins. Didn't make any difference. It's going to be our ball, Terry. That was 4th down.
Just a little shy on 1st down, too.
Yeah, a lot shy. Good defensive pressure there by the Red Raiders. I don't know who got that quarterback, but they made him make a bad pitch right there. Raiders with a good defensive stand. They take over the football 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. You're going to have Johnson, Terrell, and Pyron in the backfield, looks like.
You can't ever tell about Blaine. He liable to be playing anything, Randy. You have to wait to see where he lines up.
I'll tell you, Youngin's a good ball player. Brett Walker is still at quarterback.
See, Blaine's going to be a wide receiver this time.
Paul Wallace in at the other halfback position. Brett Walker wanting to throw the football. Terry's being chased back here.
He can throw it. He's
running the football, running upfield. Good run. I believe that was appeared to be a late hit, but no flag.
I think he hit his own man. I don't like to see him do that. Turn it back in. Sideline was there.
Yeah, and it appeared that Blaine was running up here and he was behind the people. Of course, I guess he done made the decision to run. Not exactly easy to, when you're being chased for your life, to figure out what you're going to do, is it? Todd Seals, number 24, splits left. Walker, there's a give. Paul Wallace running up the middle. Paul Wallace did a good job protecting the football there, Terry. Gets up to the 42-yard line. Close to 5 yards. Give him 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 at that point. 3 minutes, under 3 minutes now to go in the 2nd quarter. Raiders up 14-8, Terry, and it'd be nice if we could put another on the board for halftime. Todd Seals goes to the right side this time. Hollis, Wallace, and Johnson in your backfield. Walker, there's the give to Rodney Hollis on the left side, close to his 1st down. I believe he's going to be about a yard short, it appears, Terry.
I was expecting to see a refrigerator go in.
And we're going to have a measurement. I can't tell. I never could tell what the measurements were, even when I was playing.
It's about 1.5 foot short.
I think it's going to be short. They got one down now, Terry. Don't know whether he's got cramps or what's wrong with him, but they're calling their people over. I'll be doggone. About 6 inches short.
Well, I had the half right anyway.
You're about a foot off.
Yeah, about a foot off.
Point Denley could have spotted that from up here. He's the best I've ever seen at measuring things. And the best toenailer I've ever seen. Never have seen nobody that can toenail nails like that fella can.
He never did nail his toe down, though, did he?
No, he didn't. He did hit his thumb the other day, though. Yeah. You hear what he said, Terry?
No.
So they got him where he can't talk back. Want to lay it on him. Their number 11 goes out of the football game. Appears he has some kind of leg injury. That's Donnie Hicks for West Jefferson.
And you see him go down in the play.
When they brought out the chains, he just fell down.
I think it's cramps where they're working with this.
2:14 to go, 2:13 and counting. Clocks is against us, Terry. We're going to have to get off some plays in a hurry here. Going for the 1st down, there's Mike Fry up the middle. Flag on the play, Terry. We may have a face mask or a hold. Let's see what the call is going to be. Head linesman called it, so more than likely it's a hold. Yep. Taking you out, that takes you out of your drive right here.
And he's too big to argue with about the call.
He sure is, isn't he? A big young'un. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 15. Holding against the Red Raiders. That 10-yard penalty?
10 yard.
10-yard penalty? I thought it's supposed to be 15.
And we're take 10.
Yeah, okay. Third down and 11 to go for the Red Raiders. The football back inside the 40 at about the 36. You got Fry, Dak Garrison, and Norman Terrell in the backfield. Brett Walker, there's a fake and a semi-screen to Mike Fry. Mike Fry, good block back there, Terry.
Did he get, they dropped the down marker? I don't know.
I don't think he got it. 46-yard line? No, he didn't get it.
It's
just short, though.
Just short.
It's like about a yard short. Timeout called by the Raiders. We got a minute 52 to go.
Put the refrigerator in. Get us a first down.
It was a fake draw. Dak Garrison set up there like it was going to be a draw play. The middle, and then a semi-screen with a couple of blockers out there to Mike Fry. Play gained about 10 yards. Going to bring up 4th down and 1. We'll see what Coach Bates will do here.
There's a good block on the outside over there.
I believe it was Irvin Lindsay and Steve Sanders that laid the blocks over there for him. I don't know what he's doing here, Terry. Apparently he's going to go for it. Yeah. Football sits on the 46-yard line. I guess he don't feel like they can go down and score if he does miss it. 46-yard line, 4th down 1, minute 52 to go. He may just try to pull them offside. Could be a long count, snap count, try to pull them offside. Number 20, Scott Atkinson comes to the right. Sanders goes to the left. In the Arkansas formation, Mike Fry. There's Scott Johnson. He definitely has the first down, Terry. And the Arkansas formation works again. First down 10 for the Raiders over the 50 at about the West Jefferson 48.
You got to give Coach Bates some credit there. It's sort of a gutsy call.
Well, he's just telling them if they're going to beat us, they just going to have it to do. Sanders splits left. We're going to have to throw the football, Terry. With a minute 40 to go in the second quarter. Raiders lead 14-8.
Sanders in the corner this time, Randy. Nope.
Oh, we had at least 10 yards there, Terry. Paul Wallace couldn't hold the football. Appeared to be a decent pass, too.
Through his hands. Hit him in the wrong place.
Yeah. Hit him in the face mask, get a call it. Second down and 10 for the Red Raiders. We lost a yard on that play, Terry. Look at that football. Look at the marker over there. We got cheated out of a yard right there.
We're fixing to get a bunch of them back.
I hope so. Minute 32. Clock is stopped. Walker going to throw the football again. Walker, there's a little flare-out pass to Norman Terrell. We threw a flag. What's the flag for back here, Mr. Official? The referee threw the flag in the Raider backfield. Holding. Well, we're just stopping ourselves, Terry.
Oh, who he called?
It had to be one of our backs, Terry, I think, because he was standing back there looking at the backs trying to block. Holding called against the Red Raiders. The second holding call of this offensive series. They overcame the first one. But we're just wallowing around right out here in the middle of the field, Terry, and the clock is slowly slipping away. In the backfield now, you've got Rodney Hollis, Mike Fry, and Scott Johnson. Sanders splits right. Walker call signal, second down and 20. Mike Fry off the left side, nothing there much. Yard or two. Give him 4 on the play. Going to bring up third down. And 16, 17 yards. Clock running. It's probably all going to be academic here unless we get a big playoff.
I think that's what we want to do, the clock to run.
Sanders splits right.
Unless he airs it out. He's going to try throwing it, Randy. Up.
Throws it to Mike Fry. Not a good throw there by Brett.
I don't think he would have had the first down anyway, Randy. They were coming up in a hurry. Their linebackers doing a good job of dropping back in pass protection there and covering to the outside.
It appears we're going to have to throw the football downfield instead of throwing it east and west, Terry. They're doing a good job covering east and west right now. Raiders going to be forced to punt the football, Terry, and here might be a good spot for the old fake punt. Mike Fry going to kick the football this time. Who's going to snap it back? That's a change. Sanders is snapping it back. Fry's going to do the kicking.
Something's up.
What do we got? Timeout, West Jefferson.
They smell something, too.
They can't figure that one out, can they? They ain't got enough people on the field is what it is, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's right. There comes another one. They just counting. That's what they're.
Well, maybe they don't smell nothing.
I like to see us run that fake punt. Nice. Oh, okay. Mike Fry's going to do the kicking outside the 50 and Sanders inside the 50.
Well, we've learned something.
Kind of like juicy fruit, double your fun. Mike Fry, left-footed, comes down to their number 31, about the 21-yard line. Good tackle by Theron Lee at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the return. 39 seconds to go in the first half, Terry. Raiders up 14-8. West Jefferson takes over first and 10. I tell you, we just don't appear to be much ready to play, Terry. No enthusiasm, no spirit. Just kind of going through the motions, and that's dangerous because that can get you beat.
Sure can, Randy. West Jefferson is playing.
They're playing awfully hard, appears to me. West Jefferson now in that tight form. There goes that fullback, just right up the middle. They're picking on that hole between the tackle and the nose guard and just whipping everybody and just telling him, here's this hole, young'un, run through it. Give him 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 4, 6, 5. They're not going to stop the clock. That'll be the end of the first half.
Oh, our siren goes off again.
There you have it, the end of the first half. The Red Raiders up 14-8 over West Jefferson. We're going to go away now for just be here in just a minute, I guess. West Jefferson will receive the football and defend the south end. The Red Raiders will kick and defend the north end of the field to start the second half. Theron Lee, of course, will be doing the kicking off for the Raiders. West Jefferson now deep to receive the kickoff. Their number 27, Tony Green, and number 31, Sims, I believe. Theron Lee set to kick the football off for the Red Raiders from their own 40-yard line. We've got 24 minutes of football left. The Red Raiders up 14-8. The ball game got a lot tougher in the second quarter than I aimed for it to get. Theron Lee with a second half kickoff, a good high kick going to the right side. It hits. West Jefferson lets it roll. Being chased and down back there. Good play for the Red Raiders. Number 13, Rodney Hollis. They made a mistake by letting that football roll, and old Rodney chased that back down at about the 10-yard line, Terry. Rodney came off the close right there to recover and what amounted to a very long onside kick.
Well, that's sort of like Soldier done us last week.
Sure.
We didn't use our head, and that's what West Jefferson liked to done, and liked to messed up. They got to pick up the ball.
West Jefferson now comes out first down and 10, the football right at their 10-yard line.
Let's see what we've done defensively to stop the middle. Look like we're stacking the middle, Reggie. Look at the weight right in the middle.
And look at that, and they fake that up that middle there. I tell you, their ball players just don't go down very easily.
They don't, and they do a lot of faking in the backfield.
2 yards by quarterback Justice there for West Jefferson. Brings up second down and 8. The football up at about the 12. Close to the 13 maybe. Got kind of chilly here in the second half. I tell you, I had to put my coat on.
I got my short sleeve shirt on.
West Jefferson in their tight formation. There's a give off the right side. Good running room there. Good tackle by the Raiders, but he's going to be up about the 15-yard line.
Only just a little bit.
Irvin Lindsay Blaine Pyron in on that tackle.
He didn't get as much as I thought he did.
Looked like he got a whole lot, and he ended up with just 3, so that's pretty good there. Kevin Rudy comes out of the ball game from his defensive end position, and Chris Marshall, number 56, goes in to replace him. Third down now and 5, Terry, for West Jefferson at their own 15-yard line.
Big down for us, Randy. We need to hold them right here and get the ball.
Running the option to the right side. They got him trapped and down. Yes, sir. Good defense. A whole bunch of players. I see Mike Fry getting up off the bottom. Irvin Lindsay also. Sanders was out there, Terry, as was David Benton and Lipsy. Stanley Lipsy.
He tried to put one of them little quick juke steps, and it didn't juke.
Their number 31 carried the football in, Virgil Sims. West Jefferson's going to go into punt formation for the first time tonight, Terry. I don't believe they've kicked the football, to the best of my memory. Mike Fry and Norman Terrell deep to receive the kick for the Red Raiders. Chris Reed does the kicking for the West Jefferson Tigers. It's a line drive kick. It's going to hit, bounce up to Mike Fry. Mike Fry got a wall to the right side, gets away from one tackler, spins, makes a great move to the outside, Terry. Good running there by Mike Fry.
Rusty Ewan got a block out here on this number 75 for them.
He laid him out, didn't he?
He put him on his honey. Mike done a real good job running the football then. If he could have sidestepped that one man there, where he got him behind his wall a little bit quicker.
Raiders now starting great field position at the West Jefferson 32. A run back of Mike Fry on that kick of about 20 yards, Terry.
Running by Mike.
Brett Walker pitch to Rodney Hollis. Rodney going to the left side. Rodney Hollis down the left sideline. Rodney down to about the 5-yard line. Terry inside the 5 at the 4.
Good running by Rodney Hollis. Good tackle by their man.
That's the speed we've been waiting to see. Rodney Hollis on the outside and just simply outran their defensive end, Terry, to the corner and took off of the sideline. You got Fry and Johnson and Hollis in the backfield. Walker calls signals at quarterback. Norman Terrell, number 4, hurries into the ball game. He's going to take Rodney out.
Looks like Coach Bates may have shoot a little tail there at halftime, Randy. They seem to be a little more enthused.
They played what I would term a very lackadaisical first half. Walker calls signals. Looked like they might have been offside. Fumble on the play, Terry.
They got it, Randy.
They got the football.
It's a busted play.
I don't know what happened there. They got penetration, knocked the football out of Brett Walker's hands.
It looked like there was movement in the line. Nothing was called. It's a busted play, and
boy, they shot the gap. Somebody came right up that middle though and tattooed old Brett. Dropped the football.
That's a big defensive play for them, Randy, keeping them in the ball game.
We've had 3 turnovers, Terry, when we got close to the end zone. All 3 of them are hurt a whole lot. West Jefferson now in their tight formation. Old momentum swings back their way. There's a give off that left side. We hit people, Terry, but we don't bring them down. They just running right over us. They're number 21 there. Tony Green, number 27 instead of 21. Terry, give him a gain on the play of about 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
We changed defense again, Randy. We went back to even defense. First series, I really don't know what kind of defense we were in. We were in a stag defense in the middle.
We're just not locking up.
That's what we're going back to here.
Spread out all over the place. There's a give to their number 27 off the left side.
I think
Tony
he got
Green.
First down, Randy.
Mike Fry and Dak Garrison, or Blaine Pyron, make the tackle. First down and 10, West Jefferson. This would be an upset of gigantic proportions. Of course, the ball game's a long way from over, Terry, but we keep making mistakes down here where it counts. And we could look up the short end of the stick here. Some confusion now by West Jefferson. They just lining up, just trying to push us back. There's a give to that big fullback. Nothing there. A whole bunch of Red Raiders in on that. I saw Kevin Pugh, Irvin Lindsay, Dak Garrison, Sanders, Chris Marshall, David Benton down at the bottom. Paul Wallace comes in a linebacker position. He's going to take Urban Lindsay out. No gain on the play. Or give him a yard on the play, Terry. It's going to bring up second down at 9. Second down and 9. West Jefferson toe-to-toe trying to root the Red Raiders out. There's almost a fumble. I thought it was going to be a fumble. Somebody tattooed that quarterback. They get to the outside.
Rusty Ewing got back there and hit the quarterback. He made a good pitch. He got the ball outside. Didn't pick up but a couple of yards.
Chris Marshall made the tackle for the Red Raiders. Good defensive play. Third down now for West Jefferson, Terry. Looks like about 3rd and 6. 6:36 and counting to go in the third quarter. Red Raiders up by the score of 14-8. Need to hold them right here, fellas. Oh, that's a good play. Chris Marshall from his defensive end position.
He done a real good job, Randy. He read it. He followed the...
Well, we're going to draw a penalty right here. Norman Terrell got hit late after the play, and then he responded, and he's going to get the penalty, Terry. I don't know if it was Norman or not. It was Dak. Dak Garrison got hit late, then he turned around and responded, and we're going to get the penalty, Terry. You got to keep your cool out there. You can't just... You just got to keep your cool. You can't lose it. You may be wrong, but you got to come back and get him later on when it's legal. Personal foul against the Red Raiders gives them a first down and nullifies a great play by Chris Marshall in the West Jefferson backfield, Terry.
Chris has done a good job. He read the reverse and followed the tight end around and made the tackle. I think if he got in the front, he could have got the ball. He could have took the handoff.
Chris Marshall wearing number 56.
Like he lined up off sides and he moved back. There goes that.
Now it's a fake, and there comes the quarterback with a football, Terry. Their quarterback is loose. Blaine Pyron's the only one that's got a chance against him. Pyron catches him at about the Red Raider 15-yard line. We got a clip behind the play.
Steve Sanders made the call for the official, Randy. He was being hailed from behind, and he turned around and started pleading with the official, and finally the official called him.
12-yard line, Terry. They went all the way from the West Jefferson on that play, from the West Jefferson 38 down to the 12, the Raider 12. Was it from the point of the foul, Terry? Is that where the penalty's marked off? It's going to give them a first down, I would imagine. Holding is called against West Jefferson. First down for them, though, Terry. The football is back at the 50-yard line, and they just fooling us on that kind of stuff like that.
I don't know what kind of offense you call that. Really, it was like a delay or a draw. Quarterback just faked to everybody that come through and stood there with the ball, and then after everybody cleared off, took off running.
It's a weird play, but it worked.
For a big game.
Yeah. Thank heaven it was called back. Water break, 5:47 to go in the third quarter. Raiders still up 14-8, Terry, but it is not a comfortable lead, especially the way we're playing right now.
We're having a hard time adjusting to their offensive scheme. I don't know exactly what they're doing. They're doing a good job of mixing up, but also running the ball. I mean, that's all they're doing. We're not having to defend against their pass. Well, they haven't yet threw the ball.
I believe they've attempted one pass, didn't they? They're not trying one in the first half.
Yeah, I think they did, and it was intercepted. Urban Lindsay
came up with an interception on that play. I tell you, we still appear to be. We had a little spark started there at the start of the second half. They shot the gap, caused a fumble by quarterback Brett Walker, recovered the football, and they've held the football since. I tell you, Terry, this is a kind of football game that we're going to be lucky not to lose if we don't lose it. 14-8 Raider lead. West Jefferson with a football right at midfield. First down and 10. 1st and 10, West Jefferson. Running the option, the quarterback keeps it, good lick, and a flag on the play. I believe we may have holding on them.
No.
Yep, I believe that's what he signaled. Number 27 for West Jefferson drew the flag. I believe it was, Terry.
Sort of thought it might have been spearing on us. Looked like we
got somebody down on the field here, Terry. I can't pick up the number. It's not Sanders, is it? No,
Sanders up talking. I'm not sure who it is.
Let's see, where's Mike Fry? You see Mike Fry anywhere?
Mike's down on his knee.
Yeah.
Up there.
Appears to be moving around a little bit, Terry.
Must be a defensive halfback. That's
wearing a 20. Number that starts with a 2. Maybe Todd Seals. I see Philip Waits coming in the ball game, Terry, number 27. Holding against West Jefferson, 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring up 1st down and 20, the football back at the West Jefferson 41-yard line.
Randy, they're going to call for the ambulance.
Could be the second serious injury, Terry, that we've had in 2 weeks. Of course, last week, quarterback Reese Pugh on a hard tackle by a Soldier defensive lineman. His head snapped off the ground a couple of times there and ended up with a mild concussion.
Randy, while we got a break, I want to make note that I think that Heg Wilson was going to try making the ball game tonight. I haven't had a chance to see him, but it's good to hear that Heg is up and able to get out and watch the Raiders play football.
Terry, still haven't been able to figure out who's down out there. They're bringing the stretcher and the board out, though.
I think it's Todd Seals. They've got his number screeved off there where we can't see.
I believe it may be Todd Seals.
I can't find Todd on the sideline.
It's number 24. He wears 24. I believe that's who the injured Raider player is.
I think it's good now, Randy, that they take all the precautions that they do to keep from any further injury, possibly to be to any of the kids that go down.
Well, a lot of times, you know, you may hear the next day. Of course, Reese's injury turned out not to be real serious, but they ought to take this kind of precaution, Terry. You can't just jerk people up off the field, and I've seen some coaches do it. You know, walk out there and tell their players to get up, holler and scream at them, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, because if you got a player that's injured, you just got to take every possible precaution that you can. You can cause further injury if you don't.
We're real fortunate to have a rescue squad that we've got here in town that train personnel to do the good job they do. And
they do a tremendous job. Still working over Todd Seals.
I have no idea how he got hurt or anything about it. It seems to be a head injury, though.
Could be a head or a neck. Of course, they put the board on there. Just hope it's not anything that serious. Working to get the board under him now.
Seems like they're taking a long time.
Yeah.
See Todd's parents standing up on the fence. I know they're anxious to.
Of course, we're fortunate, as you mentioned, Terry, to have a lot of people that work with the rescue squad, very knowledgeable of injuries, what to do with them. Of course, we have Ben Hightower, who is a trainer at North Alabama that travels with the team everywhere they go. Does a great job. Of course, Coach Don Jones is very knowledgeable concerning the injuries. Got to give the young men the best care that they can possibly get. Got a good picture of him there. You can see that they have strapped his head down so it can't move. Hate to see that happen to anybody's young'un. Todd Seals, the injured Raider player, being carried off on the stretcher. Maybe it's not serious. We just don't know right now. We wish the young man the best. Play resumes. We've got 5:41 to go in the third quarter. First down and 20 for West Jefferson. The football sits on their 41-yard line, Terry. Never can tell, Terry. The injury may deplete our spirits or it may pick us up. I've seen it happen both ways.
Hopefully it'll pick them up. I noticed Jamie Birmingham, Randy, inquiring with the coach when he was going to be able to play.
Running the option to the right side of pitch. A lane to the outside. Raiders over there in good shape, Terry. A lot of people flying to the football. A little pushing and shoving on the field, Terry. It's getting kind of hot and heavy out here. 5-yard gain on the play. Official calls timeout.
You're going to talk with both captains. Giving them a warning, Randy.
Second down for West Jefferson. The football at the 45-yard line. Maybe that'll diffuse any further extracurriculars activities happening on the football field. Todd Seals being taken off in ambulance now to the hospital. West Jefferson still in that tight wishbone formation. There's a fake. You want to throw the football, trapped in the backfield. Good play. Chris Marshall was back there. Kent Bobo, Terry, from his defensive end position, and Chris Marshall flying across from the other one.
Randy, Kent Bobo was held. He was tackled. He was everything else. They didn't call it.
I tell you what, though, he did a great job putting pressure on that quarterback. He's the only thing that kept him from throwing the football. Jonathan May hurries in a nose guard position, taking out Stanley Lipsy. 4:20 and counting to go in the third quarter. Raiders up 14-8 over West Jefferson. West Jefferson faces 3rd and 20. There's a pitch.
He's throwing a throwback.
Trying to throw it to the quarterback, looking to throw it to somebody. Missed over by Marshall, throws the football across the field. Intercepted. Intercepted, Terry, by Irvin Lindsay. Irvin is hit and knocked down. We got a flag on the play, Terry. I wonder what
they had illegal lineman downfield all over. I don't know whether that's what he called or not, Vandy, but they had
penalty marker on the play, Terry. That play was doomed from the start. The Raiders played good defense there.
They had all kind of linemen downfield. Hope that's what he called.
I think it's what it was, emotion for the Red Raider captain, so it's going to be first down and 10 for the Red Raiders. That was Irvin Lindsay with his second interception on the night, Terry. Gives the Raiders a football first and 10 on the West Jefferson 43. 3:52 and counting to go in the third quarter. Brett Walker goes in at quarterback. Rusty Ewan out over the football at center. Sanders splits to the left side. Scott Johnson at fullback. Rodney Hollis, Mike Bryant, halfbacks. Walker wants to throw the football. Walker being chased, gets the football away. Caught by Sanders.
Good catch by Sanders.
Steve Sanders. That's an obvious spearing right there. Number 24 for West Jefferson, Terry. He'll be lucky if he don't sit on the bench.
He speared him.
A great play by quarterback Brett Walker and tight end Steve Sanders.
And Steve done a good job of holding his composure instead of drawing back and knocking the bar out of the dude, which
he ought to be. I tell you the truth about it, I think he ought to be put out of the ball game. That's an obvious spearing. Blaine Pyron's going to take Steve out. Coach Bates doesn't want Steve's temper to get the best of him. Timeout. Timeout called by the Red Raiders. We got 3:28 to go in the third quarter. Red Raiders down to the West Jefferson 10-yard line. We've been down in their territory deep all night, Terry, and hadn't been able to get much out of it.
I don't think Steve wanted to come out.
I don't think he did either. Of course, I'm sure Coach Bates is arguing that the player ought to have been thrown out of the ball game for an obvious spearing attempt. I don't know about you, son, but I'm getting chilly. I got a little old jacket on, too. Jim's he's shivering too much to film. His camera's liable to be dancing all over the place.
Brenda, we sure do need to punch this one in. What, the ball's inside the 10, first and goal?
Just inside the 10-yard line, Terry. 3:28 to go in the third quarter. Raiders now, first down and goal. Rusty Ewan out over the football at center. Blaine Pyron splits to the right. Scott Atkinson, tight end, comes to the left. Johnson, Wallace, and Hollis in the backfield.
Must have lined up in the neutral zone, Randy. We're going to get another
Johnson, Bryant, Hollis. They lined up. Yeah, that's it. Lined up in a neutral zone. First down and 5 now. Just inside the 5-yard line for the Red Raiders, Terry, and that's a gift yardage right there that really helps. Same formation. Pyron goes right. Mike Fry, Rodney Hollis, Scott Johnson. Walker calls signals. Walker, there's a give to Mike Fry, Terry, and I tell you what, they read that outside veer there. Something fierce.
They shut that down.
No gain on the play.
He may have lost just
Football still inside the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Scott Johnson goes out at fullback. Big Stanley Lipsy, number 3, comes in. This time, Blaine Pyron splits left.
Big Stanley carrying the football, Randy.
Stanley Lipsy, touchdown. On his own, Terry.
Big Stanley running hard.
Yes, sir. All 200. Let's see, what's Stanley weigh, Terry? I believe he's 237. His brother's 244.
Yeah, Stanley a little bit light.
Yeah. He's the baby of the two.
Yeah.
Raiders go up 20-8. A little bit more breathing room, Terry, with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. I believe we were picked in a Birmingham paper, something like 13-6, I think, is what it was. Going for 2. Timeout called. Officials timeout. Must have an equipment problem for a West Jefferson player. Okay.
I don't know. He must not have had a chin strap or something, Randy.
I don't know much agree with that, Terry. I think it's up to them to supply the equipment.
It's up to them to supply the equipment, but it's a safety factor.
I guess so. going for two, Terry. Going to disdain the extra point attempt right here. Of course, it's 12-point difference, and 2 will make it 14. Walker running the option to the right. Walker turns it up. Yes, sir. Good read by quarterback Brett Walker into the end zone with a 2-point conversion. Red Raiders go back up by 14 at 22-8.
Well, that makes me feel a little better, Randy.
Yeah, I'd like to get another one on the board, though. I'm bloodthirsty. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Red Raiders have jumped back out to that 14-point lead, Terry. We should have jumped out to it a lot quicker there. Still haven't heard anybody say any word about Todd Seals' injury. Red Raiders kick off from the 40-yard line. They're in lead, number 64. We'll be doing the kicking, Terry. Every time that we've kicked to that right side over there, they've kind of got a pretty decent return. I want you to look at West Jefferson now, Terry. They're sneaking off to the right side. If we could punch that football back to the left, we might have something. Good kick. About there in lead, comes down to about the 15-yard line. They're number 31. Look at that man run that football. Sims with the ball.
He got stuck. I don't know.
What's the flag, Mr. Official? The big man threw the flag in.
Must have been a clip, Randy.
Couldn't have been a face mask. He got stuck right on. They're in lead, made the hit, Terry. Now see kicker running downfield to make the tackle again.
That's what I like to see. I always thought the kicker had the best shot. He knew where the ball was going. Everybody else had to look at it.
West Jefferson now penalized 15 yards, 10 yards holding. I keep calling it a 15-yard penalty. It's just a 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring first down and 10 for the West Jefferson Tigers. The football back at their own 27-yard line. It's not been a friendly meeting tonight here, Terry, between the two. They don't tell us what it'll be like up there next year. West Jefferson in a tight formation. Raiders shifting. There's that big fullback again, right up to the gut.
Gummy's running over some people. If they've got
Jonathan May and Blaine Pyron hanging on there, trying to stop him. Number 65 goes into the football game for the Raiders at a nose tackle position. That's going to be Tom Coley, the senior, 5'10", 178, Terry. And Tom's going to get his first taste of action this year, I believe. Fake, running the option to the left. Marshall did a good job, held him up and brought him down. Chris Marshall from his defensive end position.
Chris done a good job.
He really covered two men. He covered the pitch man, then he came back in and got the quarterback when he turned upfield. It is a first down or a third down. Third down it is for West Jefferson.
We need to hold him here.
Rusty Ewan goes in the ball game. He's going to take Chris out.
Curious to see what they would do if we could hold him. I would look for that big Oscar carrying the football.
I would too. Raiders stacking in that middle now.
Nope.
There's a little Oscar.
Football.
Yes, sir. Raider ball. Raider ball.
Yes, sir.
Down on the bottom is number 22, Dak Garrison. They ran off the left side there, Terry. They had the first down, but a good stick on the running back. And the ball came loose, and Dak Garrison recovers on the 43-yard line.
I think Steve Sanders got a hand in and jerked the ball out, Randy. I may be wrong. There's a big crowd in there.
Raiders now with the opportunity, 1 minute and 8 to go. The football at the 44-yard line of West Jefferson. Scott Johnson, Norman Terrell, Paul Wallace in the backfield. There's a pitch to Paul Wallace. Wallace running up, runs hard, Terry.
Paul should have broke that on the outside. He had a block out there on the counter and
turned it back up to the inside, gained 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 8. The football down at about the West Jefferson 41. Approaching 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jonathan May in at fullback to replace Johnson. Jimmy Cavender, number 88, in at split end to the left side. There's a give. Jonathan May. Jonathan May off the left side.
He's running the ball hard.
Following the blocks of Theron Lee, Kevin Pugh.
What's so good about Jonathan? He's just a sophomore.
That's right. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the third quarter. 22-8, the Red Raiders lead the West Jefferson Tigers. Raiders with the football. When play resumes, Terry, we're going to be down about the West Jefferson 29, close to the 29-yard line. Spotted up there, Mr. Official. 30, 1, 2, 32-yard line, Terry. First down and 10.
Russell still got the ball on the 46. I was looking at that.
Russell Cole, our clock man. That clock's a lot different than anything we've ever had before, though, Terry. It's got kind of a little old computer-type, keyboard-type deal, and you got to punch all this in. And
Russell is corrected now. He must have heard me.
Yeah. Now, he says 33. I say 32.
Oh, we got a better angle than he's got.
That's right. Looking right down on him.
Russell's got a warmer seat than we got, though. We may have to bump Russell out of his position.
Well, the stats died in the first quarter. Jim Sloan asking me where my stats went to. I got tired of that right quick. We need a dedicated stat man. I wish we could find one.
You'll recruit us one.
Yeah, I guess so. We'd have a bird's eye view up here. Wouldn't be any problem. Red Raiders now, the football on the 32-yard line of West Jefferson, leading 22-8. Jimmy Cavender, number 88, splits left. Paul Wallace, Scott Johnson, Norman Terrell in the backfield. Brett Walker calls signals at quarterback. There's a give off the left side to the fullback. Scott Johnson, I believe, number 9. Yes, it was. A gain on the play of about 2 yards. Going to bring up second down and 8. Mike Fry comes back in the football game in a halfback position. Rodney Hollis in at a halfback position. Scott Johnson still your fullback. Cavender splits left. Scott Atkinson tied on the right side. Walker, there's a give to Mike Fry. Terry, we're trying to run that little old misdirection in there, and they're doing a good job staying home and stopping that play.
Good defense.
A gain on the yard of a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up third down and about 7. Football down inside West Jefferson territory at about the 28-yard line. Sanders comes in replacing Jimmy Cavender. 11 minutes now to go and counting. Maybe throwing the football here, Terry. Third down, 7. Probably in 4-down territory anyway. Walker going to throw the football. Walker drops back, throws it down. Sanders is there. Touchdown, Raiders. Steve Sanders. Good pass by quarterback Brett Walker, and a good catch and run by Steve Sanders. And their defensive back, Terry, just absolutely stopped on the play.
Their safety got burned bad, Randy. He come running up, and the ball was going over all the time.
It's watching it fly overhead, wasn't it?
Good pass, and good catch. Steve Sanders playing a great ball game tonight.
Doing a good job. Raiders going to attempt the extra point. You talk about putting some enlivenment back in the football game. Our extra point attempts do that. They wake the fans up. Brett Gunner is the...
Well, Brett's wearing a good number now. We know that. Brett gets the ball down. The kick is up, and it's good.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. The first one of the year. Maybe that'll give us some confidence, Terry. We can get off this extra point thing. Stephen Lipsy, number 2.
Well, Randy, if you'll notice, our extra point team is made up of some kids that don't get a lot of playing time other time, and it's good that Coach Bates lets them get in the ball game and get a little playing time. I'm glad to see if we make one.
Well, we're going to gel on those extra points. We're still early in the year. 29-8 now. Red Raiders with a comfortable 21-point lead. 10:40 to go in the football game, Terry. And if we put another one on the board, we might could start singing "Turn Out the Lights."
We definitely haven't been able to do that this year so far.
I know it. I know it. It's nice to get ahead of some folks. Of course, the Red Raiders, we mentioned, Terry, and we may have been pointing a little bit towards next week. We got a tough football game over with the Brilliant Tigers.
I think Brilliant had Hackleburg tonight, right?
It's going to be interesting to see how they did. Darren Lee with a good kick. Angles back to the middle of the field at the 20-yard line. Number 27, Green with the football. He's to the outside again, Terry, brought down about the 40. I tell you, we really, so far, Dak Garrison and Kevin Rudy at the bottom of the pile along with Marshall, we really put our defense in a tough position to start, just giving up this great field position on every kickoff virtually. The football at the 39-yard line of West Jefferson. First down and 10. They appear to be easing up a little bit, Terry. They're dragging a little bit more. We got somebody missing out here.
I hope we did.
Boom. There's a pretty good stick. Who made that stick right there? Number 25. Blaine Pyron puts a lick on him. Down on the bottom is Stanley Lipsy, number 3.
Darren Lee was rushing back into the ball game. He kicked off and had to come to the sideline and take his tie.
Take his towel, yeah.
Take his toe tie off.
They got the fullback out of there that time, Terry. He gained 4 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 6. They're going to throw the football. It's a screen. Obvious screen.
Oh, big Stephen after him.
Stephen after him. Oh, neat. What a lick.
What a lick.
Got a lick there. Stephen.
David Benton is one that put the head on.
What's going on? Welcome to Marion County, son. I tell you, he got tattooed there, didn't he? Third down.
Jamie Birmingham into the ball game, Randy. This is first he's played tonight, I think. Other than he started the ball game, he hadn't seen much action. Of course,
they hadn't been using him. Of course, we know he's got a bad shoulder. Number 11, Jamie Birmingham. Third down for West Jefferson. They just pouring through on that screen there, Terry, and the quarterback just didn't have time to do anything. There's a give up the middle, nothing there. A whole bunch of them in on the tackle. Stephen Lipsy, Jamie Birmingham, David Benton.
Didn't take Jamie long to get in on something, did it?
No, it don't take that young'un very long. 8:37 and counting. Fourth down. Oh, got just informed. 10-8. Hamilton over Sulligent. That'd be a little bit of a surprise to me, Terry. I figured if it got to a push and shove, Sulligent would have the advantage. Norman Terrell, Blaine Pyron deep.
Good snap.
With a weird kicking formation. Norman Terrell calls a fair catch. Makes it down at the Raider 34-yard line.
Good job of Norman. We've got pretty good field position, Randy.
Steve Sanders is going to go in at quarterback now, Terry, to get a little action. Of course, we mentioned Raiders missing Reese Pugh this week. I suffered a mild concussion and lost to Sulligent last week. First down and 10. Sanders at quarterback. Jimmy Cavender, 88, split left. Hollis, Fry, and Johnson in the backfield. There's a give to Rodney Hollis right up the middle. Look at old Rodney run that football, Terry. That young'un is hard to bring down.
Rodney running the ball good.
Up to the 41-yard line. A gain on the play of 7 yards. Second down and 3 for the Red Raiders at that point. Raiders appear to have this one well in hand. 7:40 to go in the ball game with a 29-8 lead. Been a wicked kind of ball game, Terry. A hard-hitting ball game, and it hasn't come easy for the Raiders here tonight. Cavender goes left. You got Dak Garrison in the backfield now, along with Paul Wallace and Scott Johnson. Sanders calls signals. There's a give to Dak Garrison back up the middle. Going to have his first down, I believe, Terry, up about the 45 35-yard line. Is first down. Jonathan May goes in at fullback, replacing Scott Johnson. Mike Fry goes back in at halfback. He's going to take out Paul Wallace, number 34. Rodney's already out. One thing's for sure, if you play running back on this team, you're going to see a little bit of the football.
You're going to do some running, in and out. And of course, they all get care of the ball. I'm glad to see.
Sanders going to be caught in the backfield, gets away. Steve Sanders still trying to get away.
It's
incomplete pass, he threw it forward.
A left-handed pass. Steve changing hands.
Ambidextrous, I believe, is the proper terminology for that.
Well, he probably picked that up from his father, you know.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The great athlete, Jack Sanders.
I think Jack's wrong-handed anyway.
Yeah. His mama probably taught him everything he knows anyway. That's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Raiders. A smart play on Steve's part, Terry, because he avoided a big loss there by trying to throw that pass. Cavender goes to the right side. I'd like to see him throw one to Cavender. I'd like to see that young'un get his hands on the football. Second and 10, running the football to the left. There's a give to Paul Wallace, spinning and running hard. A good run there by Paul Wallace. Going to be close to 5 yards on the play, better than 5. Give him a gain on the play of 6 yards, third down and 4 for the Red Raiders. Just over the 50-yard line at about the 48 of West Jefferson. Cavender comes right. Blaine Pyron lines up at tight end on the left side. Jonathan May, Rodney Hollis, and Mike Fry in the backfield. Running the option, there's a pitch to Mike Fry coming off the right side. Mike Fry steps through a couple of tackles. Mike Fry all the way down to the West Jefferson 34-yard line, 33-yard line. First and 10 Raiders. 15-yard run there by Michael Fry. Water break. As cold as it is, I don't know how anybody could want water. Of course, I can remember us drinking water when it was ice on the ground.
I imagine they're a little thirstier than we are.
I guess so. Those them was the good old days, you remember. Yeah. You tell a lot of people about breaking the ice at Fort Payne and some of the boys jumping in going swimming. A lot of folks don't believe that, but that's God's truth.
I know. I was there.
Best I remember using the pool.
I broke the ice.
One of the coldest nights I've ever seen. 19 degrees and the ground froze when we went out to play. Of course, the football season now, Terry, the regular season ends so early. The regular season used to end a lot later back then because you only had 3 playoff games. Now you've got to play 5. The regular season for us will end at, Halloween weekend. That's it, We got our 10 ball games in by then.
We hope it don't end then.
Well, that's right. Well, I say the regular season will end. We hope to go back to the playoffs. Coach Bates has had the Raiders in the playoffs, 3 out of the last 4 years?
I think that's right.
Does a great job. In his 7th year here, if he completes this year, will be his 7th full year here for the Red Raiders. Jimmy Cavender comes right. Dak Garrison, Norman Terrell, Scott Johnson in the backfield. There's a give to Norman Terrell off the left side. Norman, if he could have spun out there, Terry, he had enough speed to get down that sideline. As it was a gain on the play of about 3 yards, it's going to bring up second down and 7. Urban Lindsey comes into the ball game. Fry goes back in, replacing Terrell. Steve Sanders at the quarterback position. Sanders, there's a good give. Look at this, Mike. Look at this little Dak. Go, Dak, go. Dak Garrison down to about the 2-yard line, the 1-yard line.
If Dak had to look back, I believe he'd scored.
5:12 to go in the football game. Dak Garrison with a good run from the Red Raiders. It's about a 22-yard run down to the West Jefferson 2-yard line, 1-yard line.
Roll him over anyway.
believe I can tell what kind of injury that is from here.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't mean to laugh at anybody.
You never know what kind of injury it is, but it seems obvious from here.
That young man will be all right in a minute or two. 5:12 to go in the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders up 29-8, knocking on the door. Maybe we'll give Little Dak that football a little bit more often there, Terry. He looked pretty good running right down through there.
He's getting going pretty good there.
Steve Sanders has looked good at quarterback in this series, taking the Raiders right down the field. Red Raiders down about the 2-yard line of West Jefferson.
There goes Little Dak in.
Dak Garrison, touchdown Raiders. The Raider wishbone now, clicking off some yardage.
We're going to try another extra point, Randy.
All right, maybe we'll get this one. Well, we're going to build some confidence here now.
That's it.
35-8, the Red Raiders lead. 4:54 to go in the football game. Stephen Lipsy ties his toe up. Byron hurries into the ball game.
We're having a little trouble tying it up. I think we're going to have to take the 5-yard penalty, Randy.
Now, Coach Bates got on to me the other day about complaining about that. He said, we ain't had a 5-yard penalty yet. Well, Coach Bates, this is for you. We just got one for tying that toe up.
And he still ain't got that toe tied up.
No, he's working on that toe, isn't he? I don't think, I tell you what the truth is, I don't think that tie's big enough to go around that leg on that young'un.
Now, that could be true.
He's a pretty good-sized kid, 244 pounds. Stephen Lipsy set to attempt the extra point. Brett Gunner does the holding. This is a pretty good kick right here, Terry. 25 yards is what it amounts to.
It's down. Kicks up. I believe it's good.
It's good. Yes, sir. That's 2 in a row. I believe we have solved our extra point problems here tonight, Terry. 36-8, Raiders lead.
Got a lot of young kids on our extra point team. Brent Gunter, Richard Waits, a lot of sophomores. Glad to see them get to play. Because I know they work just as hard as the seniors.
Of course, Red Raiders will be doing the kicking off now. They're in lead, number 64. He's going to be kicking it right over here to us.
We'd like to remind you, parents, who furnish tickets for the mortgage board tonight to pick up your tickets after the game at the lunchroom.
Number 31 for Parrish. That Sims with a football. Rodney Hollis missed him, Terry. They better get a hand on him. How they got him. Number 47, Jonathan May, stuck him down to the ground.
Jonathan hit him pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good tackle there.
Jonathan May at Norman Pearl.
Jonathan tackles like he's supposed to tackle. He hit him, drove through him, and put him on the ground.
See Todd Spiller in the football game now, Terry. Todd has made some noise in practice the last few weeks like he's ready to come on and contribute. He's a big young man in the 240 range, can help out a whole lot. Where's number 78?
Got Jonathan May calling defensive signals.
Michael Rooker, number 54, in at a tackle position on defense. There's the reverse. Look at Marshall. Chris Marshall. There it is right there. Chris Marshall did a great job chasing him down from his defensive end position. We've called that young man's name several times tonight, Terry.
Right back 3 yards.
Paul Wallace goes in the game. Dak Garrison comes out. Number 57 goes in for the Raiders. I have to turn my sheet over here. I can't tell who that is. That's Scott Rowland, number 57. The sophomore, 5'10", 165.
Another sophomore. There's a reverse.
They're going to throw football. Left-handed, throws it, and no good.
We had pretty good coverage, Randy.
Richard Waits out there with him.
Pass incomplete.
weights, Randy.
Phillip weights, huh? They're brothers, aren't they?
Don't make me lie. Richard, I think, wears number 12.
Well, there he goes. There's Richard.
Yeah, there's Richard coming in. You knew, but...
Yeah, knew he'd get in here somewhere. He takes Rodney Hollis out. Raiders with a lot of young players in the ball game.
Richard, a 5'6", 114.
There's a pitch to the right. Good tackle over there. Theron Lee, number 64. Norman Terrell came up and forced the play, Terry, and Theron Lee made a good tackle on that halfback there.
We'll bring up fourth down, about 9:3:27 and counting.
.320 and counting. Reckon they'll kick the football here?
4th and 10. Norman Terrell.
I would think they would. They might not. They might try some kind of fake or something.
Norman Terrell deep to receive. They're not in punt formation. Come up, Norman. Come up, Norman.
This is probably going to be a quick kick.
What was it?
Penalty marker.
I think it's a delay of game now.
Either that or they lined up offside one. They're pointing towards West Jefferson.
Must have been like lined up offside because it comes from the line judge.
I tell you what, I guess you boys will bring you a coat next week.
Jimmy and Joe probably will. We'll be over in Boston next week.
Boston, yeah. Boston, Alabama. It won't be easy. They're big and they're strong and they're physical, much like what Sullivan is. I feel sure we're going to get after them, though. They want to throw the football. Todd Spiller after him, Terry. Just missed him. Flag on the play. Raiders tackle him. That's an odd call, Terry. Late in the ball game like that. I ought to kick that football. What's it going to be? Who's the penalty against, Mr. Official? Holding, decline, first down Raiders. That's a gift, Terry.
I just don't understand the coaching on that. Their coach's call.
Yeah. If you get beat 43-8, what's the difference in get beat 36-8 and 43-8? Let's go ahead and stick it in the end zone, fellas, and let's put another one on the board.
I think we're warming up another quarterback, Randy. Richard Waits, number 12. Sure would like to see him get in the ball game.
He's the big one.
Yeah, I was just 5'6", 114. He's a good-sized young man.
What's this for?
Well, we have had a delay of ball game.
Well. 2:49 to go in the ball game. 36-8, the Red Raiders lead. Band making a lot of noise down here, beating on that drum. That drum's beginning to beat on my head.
Scott Walker into the ball game, Randy. A tackle.
Number 70. Mike Fry running the football. Pretty good blocking there by the young line. Tom Coley in, number 65.
Brant Gutter in at one of the wideouts.
Number 19 in the ball game for the Red Raiders. That's Ben Burleson.
Stephen Lipsy was he one of the running backs in?
I believe he was. We'll try to set him if we can. Rusty Ewan. No, I believe that's the Barnes right there, number 58, isn't it?
Yeah.
David Barnes is at center now. He's a junior. Paul Wallace, look at that. Paul Wallace right up the middle, Terry. Good block again by those young ones. Number 51, I see him in the ball game. That's Paul Massengale. He's in the guard position. Kevin Rudy, number 74, in a line position. Blaine Pyron brings the play in, replacing Dak Garrison, a minute 30 and counting. Raiders with a football on the 20-yard line. Todd Spiller, number 78, at a tackle position. Jonathan May up the middle. That big old 75 just hopped on his back, wouldn't let him go anywhere. A minute 80 counting. Brent Gunner, number 10, in the ball game at that wideout position over there, Terry. And I tell you, that wideout's going to strike some fear in some people's hearts. He's the big one, isn't he? Jimmy Cavender replaces Gunner. Number 57, Scott Rowland, comes in. Rowland at center, replacing Barnes. Sanders at quarterback. Sanders running the option. Steps up in the middle.
Gonna be short, Randy.
Timeout. They've got a man down. Probably just winded the way it looks. 25 seconds.
Sure did want to see Richard Wade get to take a snap, though.
Let's see if we can pick up some new numbers now, Terry. Some people that might not have been in before.
I don't think you're getting in that hadn't been in before tonight. Well, I don't know. There goes 29, who is Jeff Miller, another sophomore, 5'8", 125.
Tight end, strong safety. Oh, being chased in the backfield. It's intercepted. Scott Johnson fires the clip. Woo. That's the ball game. Red Raiders win by the score of 36-8 over the West Jefferson Tigers.
I think it was after the interception. I don't think the penalty will have anything to do with it, and it will be irrelevant. It was the outcome of the ball game anyway, so